Spooky season is upon us, and how are you going to prepare your home for fall buyers? We are officially in Ugg boot wearing, Starbucks pumpkin spice latte PSL season. And if you're ready to attract some serious buyers to your home during the fall season, this video is for you. So first of all, we always get asked, is it a good time to sell? And yes, there may be better times to sell than not. But the most important question to ask yourself is, what are your goals and what are you trying to do for you and your family? If you're just trying to sell to get somewhere else, then our answer is always a home can't sell unless it's listed and people know it's for sale. So determine that first. And if you're looking to learn how to get some good buyers for the fall, watch this video. My name is Chris Schwartz. My business partner Tim Loomis and I own White Whale Real Estate, and you have made it to the Living in New Smyrna Beach YouTube real estate channel, where we go over all things local events, local spotlights, and of course real estate in the greater New Smyrna Beach, Port Orange, Daytona, Volusia County area. So we're gonna get right into it. We hope this video helps, and more importantly, we hope you're enjoying this cool weather we're finally getting in Florida. All right, first up, let's talk about lighting. So as the days get shorter and the weather gets cooler, lighting plays a huge role in how homeowners are going to perceive your home when they show up to it. So as we know, in the fall time, we have limited natural light, and we really need to make up for that by having warm, cozy, natural lighting on the inside of the home. So here's a few tips on how you can achieve that. All right, so the few tips on the inside lighting effects that you can do. Number one is going to be replacing your harsh, cool tone light bulbs with the soft white bulbs. This is going to create a cozy, warm, welcoming atmosphere, which is exactly what buyers are looking for. Second tip for the indoor lighting is going to be making sure that you add floor or table lamps to key areas of your home. That's going to help eliminate any of the dark corners that you may have. That's again going to help create that bright, welcoming environment on the inside of the house. And the third thing that you can do is you definitely don't want to forget the exterior, the outside. Consider adding lighted pathways or even hanging stringing lights just to create a more inviting, fun atmosphere. The overall thing that you're trying to do is make your home feel inviting and welcoming to the buyer, making them feel comfortable and painting the picture of allowing them to see themselves living there, and also entertaining family, friends, and other guests that may show up in their lives. So the outdoor definitely is going to be a big one. You're adding to that curb appeal, especially for the evening showings when they're thinking of themselves showing up at home at night on how nice their house is going to look. So definitely don't neglect the outdoor with the lighting there. All right, since we're talking about the outdoor living and lighting situation, let's just talk about outdoor in general and seasonal decor. So one of the great things that you can do to keep up with the home appeal for your house is doing some nice, tasteful decor outside. So don't make it super crazy, don't make it super scary. If you have the scariest house on the block, people are not gonna wanna come to it. They're not gonna wanna come check it out. They're gonna think it's cluttered and probably not the best house for them. So make sure you keep it tasteful and nice. Just like this house right behind me, It is absolutely beautiful. Paint's fresh. They've got some pumpkins and nice fall color plants outside. Tasteful and inviting. So that's one of the things you can do, is do a little bit of outdoor decorations. On the inside, you can do things like having some throw blankets and pillows that are fall colors, like mustard yellows, burnt oranges, deep reds. Those things will go a long way in helping accent the home. And lastly, don't forget about your centerpieces. A little bowl of fresh apples or a vase full of fall colored flowers will also go a long way in just helping the overall coziness in the home, bringing up the atmosphere and making people feel comfortable in the home. All right, and you hear about us talk about this one all the time, but curb appeal, and you guessed it, curb appeal. And we say this because the front of your house is the first impression that somebody's getting of your house. Just like you, the first impression that you see of somebody, you're judging them on what they're wearing, whether you think you are or not. And have a nice, beautifully maintained house like this on the outside. It's got great landscaping throughout. There's no dead or overgrown trees. It's well painted on the outside, and it's looking overall pretty tidy, as compared to this guy right here directly across the street, who is not. A lot of dead stuff going on here, brush all over the ground. It's not painted up, it's not touched up. So you want to make sure your home is tidy and good to go when people are going to show up to see the outside of your house starting out. The few big things here are going to be making sure your lawn is maintained and manicured throughout. Your gutters are clean. This is a big one a lot of people forget, but it does make a big difference when people show up and there's overflowing dead leaves and whatever else that collects in gutters. And lastly, this one's really important, I feel like goes overlooked, is having a freshly painted front door. This one is huge and can go a long way. I mean, think about it. You're walking up to a house for the very first time and you show up to a busted, ugly door that's beat down and just looks bad. It's gonna give off a bad impression. And when people think something looks ugly from the outside, they're already thinking in their mind it's gonna be ugly in the inside. And a lot of times people won't even go in and take a look. So make sure your house is touched up, painted, and looking decent. You don't have to go anything crazy, but a little bit of paint can go a long way. All right, and last but not least, let's talk about energy efficiency. During the winter months, much like the heat of the summer, people are really concerned about what their power and water bills are gonna be. So if you have any notable mentions to your home, such as a pre-programmable thermostat, you just got new windows and doors, insulation, whatever it is, you definitely wanna make sure that's noted, because people may not think that you have those features, and it could be the deciding factor whether they wanna purchase that home or another one, based on how much money they'll be able to save overall on a monthly basis. Also, if you do have an older home, it could be a really good idea to get a pre-home inspection done and do other things that kind of pop up in that inspection, and maybe add some insulation. And again, make sure that the listing features that, so that potential buyers know that even though it's an older home, it does have those energy efficiency upgrades. All right, my friends, that is it for this week's video. We hope you stay safe and have fun during the spooky season. Enjoy the fall weather. It is finally giving us a little breath of fresh air here in Florida, New Smyrna Beach. We're at like 68, 70 degrees today on the day of filming, October 17th-ish or so. Maybe it's the 18th. But anyway, hope you found this video useful. If you're looking for any other tips, helps, tricks, or anything at all, questions, concerns about real estate or anything else in the greater Volusia County area, please let us know. We'd be happy to help you, and look forward to seeing you in next week's video.